Ladies, my name is Stacey Yvonne. I'm with the CherryPicks.
Uh-huh.
This movie, it got me. I was good till the end, and then the thing happened, and I broke down and just felt every emotion. But, we don't want to talk about spoilers, but I do want to talk about the idea of relief, the kind of reaction that you get once something kind of slots into place. And within the film, we see this laughter that happens. I want to ask both of you just kind of how you came to that as the kind of emotion that you wanted to share for that moment.
I mean, I'm going to say this so many times, but I don't ever expect anything to come out until it comes out. And there was a lot of that end sequence where it was a huge journey. It began feeling completely lost. Then there was 4 days in where there was just a little chink of light through the door, and then a deep surrender and recognition of what Will had actually created, and what a gift to a gift to help her see the thing that she thought she'd lost. And actually this story, this play, was a vessel to transcend herself back to her son in some way. And almost like a magic trick, that laughter, it was a kind of it was a laughter of he's created magic, which is what my experience of seeing theatre or storytelling for the very first time was this is, I believed it so much when I was 7 years old, seeing my first ever play. I thought it was Jesus Christ Superstar, and I thought that a man had been crucified in front of my eyes, that I had to go backstage, and my mom showed me that it was actually Mike Sullivan from down the road, and I recognized the magic. And I think that's what storytelling is. It gives you a sense of magic.
Well, I love that idea of magic and just kind of being transported into another world. And one thing I kind of saw as a through line was this recontextualization of the witchy woman. We have this woman who, it's is she witchy? Does she like plants? But whenever women have a very specific relationship to the earth, to the environment, to kind of looking towards that to get their answers, there's always a lot of other flack against it. Tell me, Chloé, when kind of putting this together and having Agnes be a creature of the earth, what was your process for that? Or was that something you thought about?
Well, it's very much in the book, and it's in Jessie. But also, I think out of us is missing that part of us, yearning for him, men and women, and that part of us that is elemental, that is animal, and that is connected to something. It doesn't sound like an advertisement for Avatar, but connected to the Great Mother, that make you even not afraid of death. That part of us. And I think my yearning for that part of myself to come through, your yearning, and there's a collective yearning, I think is a big part of why this story chose us to come through.
I love that, the idea that it's we had to tell this story. What do you think differs in between the way that we see Agnes grieve and the way that we see William grieve? What kind of implies that or informs that difference? And then be either of you.
I think you should answer this.
Yeah. And I know I was raised by a man, and I've loved and still loving and be loved by men who don't know how to express their emotions, don't feel safe to do that, and never did since they were a little boy, and so they try to do it through different ways. Some very, very productive, like writing one of the greatest plays. Others quite destructive, like starting wars, you name it. And so it's been my lifelong passion to try to understand that and know how to love them better, see them, and be loved by them. And I think the seeing each other in the end, the two of them, and to accept that we're different, and to understand how much we need each other was a big part of my personal journey. So
Yeah. I think the concept of not being alone was a very big part of kind of that relief at the end, and it touched me so much. So thank you, ladies, for taking time to talk with us today.